Hi, my name is Christy Itzen. I am a stand-up comedian, actor, and writer. I've produced shows in Nashville and Los Angeles, and I am going to give you 6 steps if you're wanting to do your first open mic. First thing you want to do is attend some shows. It doesn't have to necessarily be the big shows, but that's great because you can see professionals, how their stage performance is, how their writing is. You'll see different types of comedians, but attend some open mics. Find out in your area where the open mics are and attend a few of them before you ever get on stage. See what their method is. Do they do a sign up the night of? Do you have to email? Do you need to call ahead? Do they do a lottery? What is their method of signing comedians up ahead of time? When you attend shows and watch other comedians, you can see what you should do, but you can also see maybe what you shouldn't do. You can see a lot of other comics' bad habits, maybe something that's holding them back that maybe they don't even realize. You can see what works and you can see what doesn't work. So I stress definitely going out and seeing some live shows. Number 2, write. Even if you think you've got enough, no. Even if you think your stuff is brilliant, no. The things I wrote 10 years ago, I can't even imagine now doing. You're going to constantly evolve. Look at it like this. Say you're in a band and you've written this great album. It's awesome. If you want to continue and keep your audience coming, guess what? You got to write another album. And then after that, another album. Same with comedians. You've got to stay fresh. I mean, there are a lot of comics that, I hope they do this bit. I love such and such bit. Or, I hope they do this. And that's good to have the greatest hits. But for those people to stay relevant, they've got to continuously keep writing. They've got to create a new show every year. If you're not writing, then you're not taking it seriously and you really don't want to do it. Jerry Seinfeld had said one time that he'd watch some workers going to lunch because he's sitting there thinking, man, I really don't want to sit down and write today. I really don't want to do it. But he watched these guys eat their lunch, get done, and they went right back to work. They didn't love what they were doing, but they did it because it was their job. So if you're taking comedy seriously, you got to think of it as, even if you're thinking of it as a part-time job, it's still your job. You need to write. That is even more than performing. Writing is just as important, if not more. Write. Rewrite. Rehearse. There's nothing worse than fumbling over your words or thinking that you're going to forget something you're going to say up on stage. If you rehearse and you have it in your mind, there's no need for the notes to get up there if you've rehearsed properly enough. Not to say that it needs to sound automatic. It still needs to sound conversational when you're saying it, like you've said it for the first time. But I guarantee you, everybody that you're hearing that sounds like it's an improv or an ad-lib, it's probably rehearsed. Number 4, step 4, get on stage. You're not going to get better if you're never on stage. That would be like Reggie Jackson wants to play baseball, but he never bats. That'd be like if you want to be a guitar player, but you've bought a guitar, but you don't play it. You're not going to get better if you don't play it. You're not going to get better if you don't practice. It's crucial to get on stage as much as you can. The only way you're going to get better, the quickest way to get better, is to get on stage as often as you can. I'd recommend several times a week. And I know in some areas you may not have that luxury or that opportunity, but then maybe that's something you can think of. If there's not enough open mics, if there's not a open mic in your town, start one. Start another one, because I guarantee you, if you're wanting to do comedy, other people will. And people will come from other cities to come to the open mics. Number 5, definitely tape your sets. Tape your sets, one, in case you throw out some sort of ad-lib that happens organically on stage. And then the next day you're like, oh man, what was that I said? I worded it so perfectly, or this situation happened and I thought I could write a bit about it, but you can't remember it. You thought you would remember, but you didn't. Always have a pen and paper near you. Always have your phone so you can record. And tape your sets so you can hear how the audience responded to you. You can hear how your delivery was. You can see how long your bits are. You can time them. You can see where maybe you need to reword a bit. Maybe you need to slow down a little bit. And if you can videotape your sets, the better. Hearing yourself is great, but if you can hear and see yourself. And number 6, repeat. Do it all over again. You'll do the getting on stage, watching other comedians, writing, listening to your tapes, recording your sets, writing, getting on stage some more, writing, getting on stage again, write some more. If you want to be a stand-up comedian, it's going to take a time investment. Think of it just like with the guitar or baseball. You're not going to get great overnight. It's going to take practice to get perfect. So I hope these tips have helped you. If you felt like they did, click on the subscribe button in the corner there. I will be putting up new videos all the time to help you become a better stand-up comedian.